Good afternoon. My name is Bernie Ankney. I'm Dean of the School of Communication at Point Park University in Pittsburgh. I'm reaching out to you today because I really want to urge you to deposit, because I want you to be part of the School of Communication class of 2023. It's a really exciting time to come to the School of Communication. We have 5 strong Bachelor of Arts programs. The first is broadcasting. We have 2 tracks with that. One is on-air reporting, anchoring, and the second track is for someone who's more interested in working on the production side. Our second program is digital journalism. I was a print journalist, and the first track is what I did: a reporter, a writer, an editor for a magazine. But in addition to that, we have a track for photojournalism. So if you really want to focus on telling stories visually and through photos, it's a terrific program for you. Our third program is multimedia. Multimedia is the School of Communication tech degree. And by that, I mean you learn how to code, you learn how to build a professional website. But the other track to it is generating all the content on that professional website. Might be photos, might be video, might be text, might be animation, might be infographics. So that's one of our programs with such a high employment rate, because if you can code, build a website, and generate all the content for it, you're always going to have a job. Our fourth Bachelor of Arts program is Public Relations, Advertising, and Social Media. I'll start with Public Relations. I spent 4 years working in a health communication role for a health system, and in that job, I planned events. I planned press conferences. I wrote press releases. I designed newsletters. So public relations is one of the fastest growing jobs in the country, and Point Park has one of the best programs in the country. Our second program in that is advertising. Advertising is coming up with the radio and television and digital and print advertisements that you see. And then the third track is social media. Right now, social media is such a fast-growing area. So many of you grew up on Instagram and YouTube, and I can tell you as Dean that you can get a job after graduation making a lot of money in social media. Our final Bachelor of Arts program is sports communication. Sports communication is our newest program, and here's how it works. Your first year, you do sports communication for Point Park Athletics. That can be radio, it can be TV, it can be play-by-play, it can be podcasting, it can be sports photo, it can be social media. Anything you would do in a professional sports communication career, you do as part of our program. During your junior year, you have a chance to work for the University of Pittsburgh and ACC conference through a collaboration we have in place. And then during your senior year, we want you to do internships with our alumni and friends with the Pirates, Steelers, Penguins, and Riverhounds. I have 4 former students who are working in the NFL. I have 2 who are working in the NBA. Point Park has a long tradition of graduates working for the Pirates, Steelers, and Penguins, and we'd like you to be our next alum working in those areas. We also have 2 Bachelor of Fine Arts programs. BFA programs tend to be a little bigger, about 60 credits, and our first one is graphic and interactive design. So you learn how to design magazines, newsletters, products, posters, flyers, brochures. You can create applications. You can do web design. So very, very strong design and artistic oriented major. Our second one is photography. In photography, you really have the chance to specialize in what you want to do. If you want to go on and get an MFA because you want to open your own photography studio, great option. but we have BFA photography students working throughout Pittsburgh as professional photographers, and many of them have started their own business. Now, one of the big things I urge you as you finalize your college decision is to think about what's the internship program like at the university you're attending. At Point Park, we want you to do 3 internships by the time you graduate. Your first one is after your sophomore year, your second one is after your junior year, and the third one is during your senior year. If you do 3 internships, you're going to leave here with about a year of experience. The second thing we really want you to focus on is working for student media. I've taught at universities that had 20, 30, 40,000 students, and if you wanted to work for the radio station, TV station, newspaper, you had to wait. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. At Point Park, the second you come on this campus, if you want to help with Point Park athletics, that's great. If you want to work for UView, our TV station, that's great. If you want to work for WPPJ, our radio station, that's great. The Globe, the same thing. We want you to work for our student media for 4 years. If you do that, that's going to give you a second year of experience. Point Park students graduate and they get jobs. And the reason I believe that to be true is you do 3 internships and you work for our student media for 4 years while you're here. Another thing that Point Park really excels at is student media group. We have one for sports communication, we have one for broadcasting, we have one for PR ads, social media, we have one for photography. If you come to college and you're not quite sure what your major is supposed to be, our student media groups are there to help you finalize, to really figure that out. The second thing about it though is this: phenomenal networking opportunities. For the sports communication club, we're going to bring someone from the Pirates there. We're going to bring someone from the Steelers there. We're going to bring someone from the Penguins there. So you also get a chance to network with leading professionals in Pittsburgh. What I like to tell families when I meet with them is it takes me 7 minutes to walk to PPG where the Penguins play. It takes me 10 minutes to walk to where the Riverhounds and Pirates play, and it takes 15 minutes to walk to Acrisure where the Steelers play. Where else can you go and have so many opportunities for you within a couple minutes? Point Park also is making more of a priority the idea of you starting your own business. I have about 50 former students who started their own business. Some of those are photography, some of them are design, some of them are video and film. And we have a class called Media Entrepreneurship where you come up with an idea for a business plan. We help you vet that business plan. You participate in Shark Tank competitions and you leave with a business plan in place. We think the idea of you starting your own business is a great opportunity, and I'd love for you to be the 51st student to do that. We've also partnered with the Roland School of Business to set up an early start master's program. And let's say you're a sports communication student. How it works is during your senior year, you take 3 graduate business classes. And if you do that, you can get an MBA in 1 additional year. So you get that really strong sports communication degree, but complementing that with an MBA opens up some jobs on the business side. 2 final reasons that I really want you to be part of the class of 2023. The first one is I will match up our advising system with any in the country. Your first advisor is someone who works for the Center for Student Success. Your second one is a faculty member who worked in that area. So if you're a sports communication student, Dr. Baggerman. If you're broadcasting, Dr. Chekala. So you will work with someone who has extensive professional experience in that area. Your third advisor is Chris Rowlandson, chair of the School of Communication, and your fourth one is me. When you have an issue, when you have a problem, come see one of the 4 of us, and we're here to solve that problem. The final thing is, I'm a Western Pennsylvania kid. I grew up in Ligonier. I love this area. What place could be any better than going to college with so many restaurants, museums, sports teams within a couple minutes. So please let me know if you're going to be part of the class of 2023, and I appreciate you listening to me today.